So, I have found this bug in Game Builder Garage where... So, I was trying to make a movable UI system, like a UI that would move with the player, so I connected some blocks and invisible blocks to the player, but it didn't really work, as you can see. But what it did do was make rotating the player really, really weird. We sort of zip around. It's almost like we're teleporting very, very short distances. And what I want to do is just see how far I can go with this, because if I can use this to do something cool, then that's great. So the first thing I want to do is see what happens when I make the invisible one really, really long. Okay, so I just did one big teleport, but now the rotating is normal. Yeah, it's just normal now. It's like we have... Okay, so it's just... So normally it's a lot of little itty-bitty teleports, but now it was one... Oh, this is so much worse. Okay, so do not make the middle one. Do not make the middle one, like, as far as it can go, but you want it still quite long if you want to really, really teleport and really kind of hurt your eyes. So we can go through walls with this, and we can get stuck in walls with this. That's something. And now our rotating is normal. So can that be broken? Can our so because the rotating goes back to normal once we sort of go into the blue area, I'm guessing that those two blocks can be broken. And that's kind of interesting. But now I want to mess with the big one and see what happens when I make that bigger. Okay, similar, and once I got out of the box, it went back to normal. Huh. So when we made the middle parts lengthier, it just made us do one little teleport. But when the one on the end gets bigger, it gives us a lot of big teleports. So that is useful? Question mark? Oh God. What was that? I dimmed the world by spinning around in a circle. How does that work? This is so weird. Okay. God. I don't even know what to say for that. Yeah, I moved the person out there so that we wouldn't have to worry about the block being destroyed once we get out of the blue area. So I'm gonna try a few other things, I think. And one of the things that I do want to try is kind of reversing roles, if you will. So I want to make the one on the end really long and the one in the middle kind of a little bit short and stubby. Well, actually, yeah, let's make it big. Let's just go crazy. Oh, okay, so this, if you do this, then nothing breaks. Nothing breaks. So, I guess if you constantly want teleports and you don't want to have a risk of losing that power by the invisible blocks or the solid blocks or whatever breaking somehow, then you reverse it. So I cannot think of one useful thing that this can be used for, because it just hurts your eyes. That's a lie. I can think of some useful and creative ideas I can do with this, but it's not worth it because it just hurts your eyes. It's not right. And now, I want to try just to be as stupid as I possibly can. You know, I'm trying to think of more ideas on what to do with this, and some will come some will come to me. I know that for a fact. You know what? Let's mess with the movement speed of the player. See if that does anything. So we're back to normal, but you know, it's just faster. Nothing really interesting happens when we turn up the player movement speed. Let's see what happens when we turn it down. My hypothesis is that since speeding it up just made it do the same thing as normal, just faster, this is going to be very, very unexciting. We'll just be going slow and going... Whoa. Okay. So, I guess this is a way of making your movement a little bit faster when you've set your movement to slow, because that is painfully slow. I've not messed with the player movement stuff, like, a lot, and that's kind of the first time I've set it to really low. But that sucks. Never have a game where you move that slow, please. So yeah, that's what happens when you mess with the player movement speed. Now let's just go so stupid and make every single part of this as big as we can possibly make an object. So the first one is that big, and the second one is also the same size, and we got one teleport and everything broke. Alright, interesting. So it seems to be the bigger the objects are, well, the bigger the end object is, then the bigger the end object is, the more likely they are to break. And we only get one big teleport with these. So if you want the player to just, you know, I could think, like, pick a path, because we know that these go through walls. So just, and even out here where there are no walls, we still only get one teleport. So I think that just means that, oh, that's interesting. Because when I go to the sides, I go down and up. Like, that was just straight up. But also when I went to the left, it brought me up as well. And going down is so slow with this. The player movement speed is at normal. It's at 1. I saw the end of it there for a little while. But yeah, if anybody can think of some cool ideas with this bug, or really anything just to do with it, then go ahead, because I have shocked myself by finding this.